All right. Super excited to be here. No BS. Hello, success. Bringing it live with another freaking episode. Man, today is probably one of my favorite topics ever, which is actually defining your goal. Because without a goal, there is literally no direction. We cannot be like, hey, we're going to go to Texas and drive to Texas without a plan. We have like maps. We know when we're going to stop. We know if we're going to drive all the way through. And I find when having new people join myself or people who are reaching out and struggling in their business, one thing that I ask them is, what are you reaching for this month? And they're like, well, I'm not sure. I don't even really understand that. And that's what I want this training to help you with, and also to reverse engineer what we have to do to get you to your goal, whether you want to make $20,000 this month or whether you want to make $1,000 this month. Okay. So that's something that we are going to discuss from start to finish. And honestly, I got really good at this because it was my biggest weakness. In the beginning of my business, I was that person who did not take action. I sat behind closed doors. I had the daily method of operations right in front of me, but I sat there and said, I don't know what to do. Well, finally, hearing it the hard way, you know exactly what to do. Every tool and every resource that you need right now to be successful already exists. It's up to you to lean into it and to take action with it, just like anything in your life. A tool for your marriage, a tool for your health and wellness, a tool for fitness. Like that tool already exists right now for you to find success. So it's already there. So if you have a daily method of operation and you don't know what to do, are you asking for your mentor or for someone to break it down for you? Like if it says reach out to 10 people and ask them if they're open to taking a look at either A, your opportunity, or B, your product, and give them an out, what part of that do you not understand? That's the first thing that I always ask. Do you not know what to say exactly? Because like with us, we have boards, we have scripts. Do you not know what to say if they say yes? So you're not asking the question? Because what I found is, even being in the industry now for almost 5 years, I was thinking about it today as I wouldn't let myself leave the gym. I was walking on the treadmill, going through my DMs and my follow-ups. You got to be really, 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 really intentional with your time. And if you can't do this part-time, you'll probably never be able to do it full-time, because I could wake up every day at 10 o'clock in the morning if I wanted to. I could stay up late all night long. I could never work my business, but I'm extremely, extremely intentional. And I check boxes off for every single thing on my DMO, even 4.5 years in. And that's what we lose sight of and we don't realize is the leader that you're looking up to and like they're so successful. They've been doing that from day one. The compound effect just snuck into them. Once you do something, it compounds over time. People look at me who've been following me for 5 years. I've never slowed down once, right? Good days, bad days, ugly days, good season, bad seasons. Still reach out to the same amount of people and get 10 people who said yes, still reach out to the same amount of people. In the next month, get 2 people who say yes. I never slow down. I just keep going. And then the next month, it just all of a sudden, it's like building blocks. You know what I mean? So that's something that's really helped me is you need a daily method of operations. I will drop mine in the comment section for you. It's pretty generic. There's a couple things that are more generic to the industry that I am a part of, but it's pretty helpful. A lot of the things on there are things that you should be doing each and every day. And just because you think in your mind that you're doing this, you need to check that box. You need to physically have a check mark and check it. Otherwise, you're probably telling yourself that you're doing it. But then at the end of the day, you're missing steps and you're not realizing what step it is that you're missing. It's too hard to know where you parked your car, let alone, like I said, to know if you did something on your daily activity tracker. And there's at least 8 to 9 things as entrepreneurs that we should be doing daily. Personal development. Are you reading the Audible book, Go for No? Because in our industry, that's what we're going for. We are going for no. I have just accepted that. I have just embedded that and I freaking love it and I don't care. And the only difference between you and I now is that I have a little bit of influence being in this now for almost 5 years. So I get more yeses frequently than you do, but it's a numbers game. So you got to suck up, buttercup, and you got to keep showing up. My first year in, I was reaching out to 50 people. Okay. Stop telling yourself that you're spamming people. When you are reaching out to people and giving them an out, that is not spamming. Okay. That's what we do. And that's how you have success. So if you think that's spamming and that's something that you cannot let go of, you should probably just stop wasting your time. It goes hand in hand with water intake. Your body cannot effectively burn fat if it's not properly hydrated. So you should just stop working out, stop eating healthy. Like, really, it's that important. No one is going to reach out to you. My first year in, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to slap up a picture of me at my hottest days, and all these people are going to come flocking to me and want to be a part of my challenge group. Not one person. I can guarantee you on my hands and my toes together in my first 4 years of being in the industry, so fingers and hands, maybe 20 people have reached out to me and said, what is it that you are doing in my first 4 years? So if you're sitting back and you're wondering where all these people are, it's a numbers game. So the first question is, what is your goal this month? You need to somehow get a hold of your compensation plan and you need to look at it. So for us, our first part of our comp plan is 1 point to 499 would be a promoter. Okay. And you would earn X, Y, and Z percentage of everything that you bring in. And you would earn X, Y, and Z for your credits. Okay. So what does this mean? Well, I know that the points are, every package we have has points. Okay. So for example, we have a collagen supplement and our collagen supplement has 75 points. The other collagen supplement that's for weight loss has 100 points. So if I sell 5 of those, that's going to give me 500 points. So I'm now going to be from a promoter to a bronze. So what do you want to be looking at that plan? That's the first thing. Look in that column. Do not cut yourself short. I was like, 5,000 a month. I want to get out of my job. Not how am I going to do this? Why am I going to do this? Why am I going to do this? Because I'm miserable in my full-time job as an HR specialist. I'm resentful that someone else is putting my daughter on the bus when she was in kindergarten. All of it. I mean, why am I doing this? I knew that's why I was doing it. So when I looked at a comp plan, this is where I want to be. And honestly, if you don't know that comp plan, you need to reach out because people don't know, like you partnered with someone. They don't know exactly what you've done unit wise or what you've done training wise. And if every single person they signed up, they were like, baby steps, here you go, then this wouldn't be a duplicatable business. And that's the beauty of this online business, how duplicatable it is and how much it actually can run itself in the future years to come. Okay. Is that making sense? So that's, now we have our number. We see, okay, I want to make 4,000 a month. And you see, maybe it says, 20,000 points. So 20,000 points, the main product that I sell that I love is a system, which is 110 points. So now what I would do is I would say, okay, the system is 110 points. What is yours? Like probably PV or something. 110 points divided by the points that I have to get, which is, say it's 20,000 to get $15,000. So 20,000, Alexa, what's 20,000 divided by 110? We're reverse engineering. So 181, that would mean I have to sell 181 of those systems in a month. Okay. So now I'm going to break it down per week. Alexa, what's 181 divided by 4? And you're doing this right now. 45.2. Okay. 45.2. And if you wanted to do that by days, you could take 45 and you could divide it by 7. So you're that critical. Like, you know to a T what your goal is. The next step is, how many people are you reaching out to each day? I have mentored people who went from making 0 money to people who are making a massive 5-figure income because of this step. So your goal is X, Y, and Z. How many packages do you need to sell in order to get to that? And then next, how many people are you reaching out to between today and last Tuesday? And if you don't know that number, just say, I don't know that number. Okay. If you don't know that number and you didn't sell 45 systems in a week, how are we supposed to know what you're supposed to do to get to that number? So for example, my goal is to make $20,000. I need to sell 40 systems in a week. Okay. 20,000 I'm going to make this month. I'm giving you a scenario. I need to sell 40 systems in a week. Okay. So I reached out to each day 50 people, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. I sold 36. I didn't hit my goal, but I'm pretty freaking close. That means next week, I know now I need to be doing more than 50 a week. So I need to up it to 65 a day. 65, 65, 65, 65. All right. I sold 41. Awesome. I'm going to stick to that amount. But what's going on is there's these people who are like, I'm not at this. It's your own fault. It's a numbers game. And in the beginning, with no influence, I used to go through all of my friends list. I did not care. Hey, Brittany, totally curious. Would you be open to taking a look at a supplement that's helped me in many ways? If not, no big deal. I just wanted to throw it out there. Okay, that is not spammy. Okay, that is offering a miracle that you have in your mouth. Okay, everything in life is selling. When you go to a restaurant and they're like, can I have a 9-ounce pour? Do you want a wine? Do you want 9 ounces or 6 ounces? I'll take the 9 ounce. They're selling. That is not, everything in life is selling. Go brush your teeth, Johnny. And then you get in your bed. Johnny, go brush your teeth. And then we can read that book. You're selling. So everything in life, whether you are working in marketing or you're a specialist or you're a dental hygienist, everything that you are doing is selling. And if you want to be successful in this industry, you have got to stop telling that to yourself today. Okay. So my first month into business, I'll never forget. And I went from signing up no one in my first month to after that, successfully having 10 customers every single month after. So if you're brand new in this business, brand new, I'm 5 years in. Now I sign up 200 customers in 90 days. But if you're brand new in, this is for you. If you've been in it 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, and you're not hitting your goal, my first question to you right now is, where is your comp plan? Go find it from your mentor. I would hope if you reached out to your mentor, they would be able to help you. And the first step is, I'm going to pull up mine. I'm not going to show it to you. But the first step is, what is your goal? And I'm going to give you, again, so pull it up and do this with me. And then we are going to reverse engineer. So next week at this time, next Tuesday, I should be able to say, hey, Johnny, how many people did you reach out to see if they were open to taking a look at your product? Oh, 20. Okay. And you sold how much? Nothing. Okay. So you need to reach out to then more than that. And if you want to go slow, then okay, now you're going to up it to 40. Okay. 40 a week now for the next 7 days. Okay. So divide 7. I would never do that. That's really a light number, but that's okay. So here's mine. So say I want to make $1,000. Okay. I need to have 3,000 points in volume. Alexa, what's 3,000 divided by, this is just on the customer side, 110. Alexa, what's 3,000 divided by 110. If I win next week, that's my goal, and I'm not at my 4 a week that I sold, what do I need to do? I need to up my reach outs. So we have a daily method of operations, and it seems redundant, but we stop and hold back. Every single day, are you tuning into Personal Development Audible book? Because every single one of us has time to listen to an Audible book. Go get the Compound Effect right now, or the book Go for No, or the Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. In 10 minutes every day, set a timer for when you're in your car, you are going to listen to your personal development. Okay. The second thing that you're going to do is you are constantly going to have stories. You are going to have stories of you, your family, what you're eating, if you work out, in your personal development every day. Every day. I have showed up consistently for 9 months sharing the exact same story of how I've lost 30 pounds, and literally the exact same story of how I walked away from my previous business as a coach to be a part of social retail, and why every single day. And there has not been a month that I haven't signed up at least 50 new customers. And there hasn't been a month that I haven't recruited at least 5 new people. I am very consistent. The problem is we want to show up and do 1 day of personal development, and we want to go, well, how do I do this? It's not how do I do this? It's why am I doing this? Why are you doing this? I want you to drop in the comment section right now. Why are you supplementing your income? Why are you trying to replace your income? Be vulnerable. Drop it in the chat box. I mean, drop it. I was like, be home, like living paycheck to paycheck, freaking debt. Like life was miserable. I was stressed all the time because of money. So every day when I showed up for that tracker that's already laid out for me, I just started getting really good at checking the boxes. I married the process and divorced the results. I didn't give a crap that the 50 people I reached out to, only 8 of them responded. It's just not right now. And it's just redirection. Okay. You own a business. You own an Old Navy store, and when people come in, are you going in the back and trying to re-strategize what kind of clothing you have for summer? No. You keep running. If you send out 5,000 coupons and only 10 people use them, are you taking those people off your list? No. This is where the world is shifting. So you need to get used to being uncomfortable. I know it's a little bit of harsh love. I always get a little sassy around that time of the month. But people who reach out to me and really want this, I wanted this so bad, I didn't even have an upline. I did not even have an upline in my previous company, and I was the top 1% of the company. I walked away from an HR specialist position that was making not very much money, under $60,000, and I replaced it. And I did it all by myself by figuring it out. I found the tracker. I used YouTube. I looked at leaders who were in the company. What are they doing? That's what I need to do. They're doing personal development. That's what I need to do. I'm wholeheartedly telling you that I still every single day reach out to people, see if they're open to taking a look at my product or see if they're open to taking a look at my freaking business every single day. And if not, no big deal. I do not care because I have a miracle in my mouth. And if someone didn't offer this to me, I had no use being in business. I didn't have an Instagram. Don't compare yourself to my 1,000 followers that I have now. Because guess what? When I started my business, if you really want to know, I had 200 friends on Facebook with 0 followers. I didn't have Instagram then. So I started an Instagram right out the bat. Okay. And I didn't have TikTok and I didn't have YouTube. So what is your reason why you are not making an additional stream of income online? Is that your excuse? Because no one is born with these accounts. Okay. Number 2, what's your second objection that you have? That you're an introvert? Some of the highest people in this company, top 100 in the network of making money online, of network marketing, of social retail, they're freaking introverts. They're introverts. And how do you get better at doing something? You think that I ever liked just getting live on a screen? My armpits still sweat sometimes. There's still days where I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm losing my train of thought. What do I say? But it's not how am I going to finish this live? It's why am I going to finish this live? Because I have a passion to empower people who are out there, who are unhappy or hungry for more, to know that you're capable of doing it. You guys, I used to be on Medicaid, okay? My credit card was declined for a coffee. There is nothing special about me. If anything, I'm so happy that I got to desperation to where I actually said yes to this opportunity. But other than that, I have no tools that you don't have in your toolbox. So it's time for you to get nitty gritty. It's the middle of the month, and you should be able to know next week, I want to help 5 people this month. If you didn't help 2 people by next week, you need to up your numbers. And if you don't know your numbers, that's between you and yourself. But I know the next week I want to be at a certain rank because I want to make a certain amount of money. And if next Tuesday I'm not there, my butt needs to up my numbers every single day until I get there. And I don't slow down because I'm like, ooh, I like this. I like this monthly check. So I keep going. I can't control if people reorder. I'm focused. I got my DMO. I know exactly how much time I need to spend. And I just keep going. I'm just really good at checking every check on that box, the daily method of operations. And if you're not, that's why your business is stalled. That's why you are failing. Okay? So hopefully this was helpful to you. It's tough love. Anyone with 0 experience, legends in this industry come in from nothing and turn it into an absolute blessing. And all I have to say is there's no difference between you and that person besides their commitment level and their willingness to never freaking quit. So if you're sitting here and you're a listener, stop listening and start implementing right now. Go take this and paste it to 10 of your friends right now. Say it in their messenger. Ask your mentor. Like for me, I give people exactly, I'm like, reach out to 10 people right now and say this. If they respond, say this. Text me when they respond. I'm like, the more people you message, guys, I'm doing $100 in giveaways, like forcing them to get out there and ask people if they're taking a look. Because I just listened. I stopped saying, when my mentor said it's a numbers game, it's a numbers game. I'm going for a run. It's a numbers game. I stopped thinking, oh, I'm scared. I'm nervous. I'm not like that. I'm not good at being salesy. What? What are you saying to yourself? You're destined to be whoever the heck you want to be. You are destined to be whoever it is that you want to be. I know that the top people living in the world are like in sales and pharmaceutical sales, and every job is sales. So I want to be really good at it. I freaking crush it. I'm positive. I'm coachable. I'm willing to grow. How about showing up and saying that to yourself day in and day out? How do you think that would change your lifestyle? Because what you put in here, it's locked. It's locked and loaded, baby, and it becomes true until you choose to change the way that you talk to yourself. And I've even mentored people, and 30 days later, they're like, Michelle, I'm still afraid, to reach out. And I'm like, guess what? How many times and how many years have you told this to yourself? Keep replacing it with the positive, and you'll know when that day comes, because you'll be so numb and that guard will be so down. You're going to be freaking fire. And that fire and that momentum going into 2024 is going to be the rocket that you are. You just needed a little bit of a launch. It's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be comfy. Okay. Every day it's constant for me sometimes to get people to go to my follow-ups. It's machine gunfire sometimes, but that's okay because it's worth it. And you are literally managing $1 million business, something that can grow to that, but you're treating it like it is nothing. You have hot dog habits. You can't have a flaming young, I love how John Melton says that, lifestyle, or when you have hot dog habits. And it's up to you. Just remember that every tool that you need to be successful right now, for you to be a 10-star diamond, for you to be an elite 3, it's out there. You just have to lean into it and take action. But instead, you sit back and you let the thoughts in your minds control things. When that happens, I go to a podcast, I press play, and that's all I listen to. I listen to myself on replay saying, I am this, I am that, I have a house in Florida. I look at my vision board on the back of my phone. Like, the thoughts in my head never win. And guess what? You'll never get them to go away. So pay less attention to those thoughts in your head and pay more attention to the thoughts you're putting in your head. All right, guys, drop below. Tag someone on your team who is struggling. Tag a friend, tag a family member, upline, downline, sideline. If you are having any questions, tag me in this. Drop your questions below. I am here to freaking cheer you on and root you on. It's a little bit of tough love, and I do sometimes get a little loud. It's not anger, it's a passion. And my passion is to help you, a normal person, make money online, whether that means you want to freaking supplement it or it means you want to replace it, because the sky is the limit and it is possible. All right, goodbye.